you're wrong as this legal expert. That is wrong. And I will tell you,
going to jail over
I will
that.
tell you,
He's not going to jail
I will
over
tell
this.
you why you're wrong. Prosecutors are not only in the business of prosecuting crimes, we're in the business of sending out a message.
That is not humanity. This is a crazy time we're living in.
Sarah Haynes over there is making some sense. We are all too judgmental when it comes to all these things and everything else.
Sonny, you have a legal note.
I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi. Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations, calling the claims, quote, invented, and saying in a statement to ABC News that this false smear following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism. That DOJ investigation was closed with no charges being brought.
We'll be right back.
If we don't feel comfortable saying it.
No, getting facts out through the media seems to be very difficult.
I feel like I just spewed some facts.
Yeah.
Yes, but
an endorsement
we need you to
from
do
you
it on
would
your
matter.
I don't care what the laws are. We're not going back. We're
Besides
going to
marching and protesting, what else do you suggest?
Well,
it doesn't happen overnight. It's not a miraculous. What did you say? She's kidding. Wait a second. She's just kidding.
Don't say that. That's
you don't know. They'll pick up on that and
Yeah,
just run
that's
with
the
it.
worst.
She's just kidding.
I think she hates him.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore.
They agree with you.
She doesn't want to be the first lady. She destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas.
For years, The View has stirred controversy, sparked drama, and made headlines. But now, the biggest storm yet is brewing. With nearly 30 lawsuits still unresolved, legal troubles are piling up. Rumors suggest Donald Trump is stepping in to shut it down for good. Whoopi Goldberg and her co-hosts have made bold accusations without consequences, until now. Could this be the show's final chapter? Let's break it all down.
Taking Donald Trump down. And I say that for a couple reasons.
How do you know that?
There was, well, just real quick, there was no conspiracy charge, which a lot of folks were looking to see
That
if
was
there
a
was.
harder charge to prove.
The felony charges, the max sentence is 4 years, but this is a first-time offender. It's a non-violent crime. It's a Class C felony. Every legal expert I've talked to has said most likely a fine and probation if he's even
I'll tell
convicted.
you why you're wrong as this legal expert. That is wrong. And I will
He's
tell
not
you,
going to jail over
I will
this.
tell you,
He's not going to jail
I
over
will tell
this.
you why you're wrong. Prosecutors are not only in the business of prosecuting crimes, we're in the business of sending out a message.
What's interesting is she's saying that you should prosecute to send a message. Now that's interesting because now I would say, and I think most people who believe in equality under the law, believe that you should be prosecuting based on the laws that are on the books. So if you, I don't know, let's say murder somebody, everyone who murders somebody should be treated equally under the law, and you should have to prove that they did it.
You know, I just
That's
found
my
a
theory.
picture on my photo thing.
The White House
Oh, the White House
Correspondents'
Correspondents'
That's it. I was at the Correspondents' Dinner, and I posed with Lara Trump and Eric Trump. I saw the picture, and I thought, I have to go into rehab now.
You guys, I hate this. I hate the crime that we live in.
This is before he became president. It was the Correspondents' Dinner.
Yeah, but
Obama was
regardless, this is
charge.
to me, like, I do not, that when I like people, whether it's on a like or my friends and family, that is not an endorsement of everything they've said, everything they've done. Typically, when you're posing for a picture or you're doing something, let's let that go back to the good old days when that's all it was. I hate this cancel by association. If you've had a picture in your 45-year-old life with someone that said this and that, then you're an awful human being. That is not humanity. This is a crazy time we're living in.
Sarah Haynes over there is making some sense. We are all too judgmental when it comes to all of these things and everything else.
She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
Allegedly.
And she does.
Yeah, how do you know all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know all this.
Allegedly. That's why I say allegedly.
Yes, COVID is back if you want it to be back in your life. Whoopi's got the COVID. She sent in a pre-recorded message to the ladies of The View.
I am not a Burning Man. I am not still in Italy. I have COVID.
The Holocaust isn't about race.
Her co-host seemed taken aback.
No, it's not about
maybe
race.
ethnicity.
Well, they consider Jews a different race.
But it's not about race. It's not about race.
What is it about?
Because it's about man's inhumanity to man.
She also characterized the slaughter of 6 million Jews like this.
Donald Trump is trying to do is he's trying to expand the powers of the executive branch. We all know, or we should know in this country, that there are 3 co-equal branches of government. You got
At the heart of Asterisk, the View Asterisk's biggest controversies is Whoopi Goldberg. Her bold personality, unfiltered opinions, and fiery debates make her a standout, but also a lightning rod for criticism. While some admire her fearless approach, others believe she often crosses the line. One of her biggest scandals was a 2-week suspension from ABC News over controversial remarks about Jews and the Holocaust. Instead of backing down, Goldberg used the backlash to cement her reputation as a host who never wavers, no matter the cost.
Agree that he's an existential threat to the republic. So I'm dying to understand how Democrats, despite polling that has bared this out,
Because people are like me and don't believe the poll.
And they look at a twice impeached, disgraced, 4 times indicted criminal, and I think they say, that guy may be old, but that guy's a criminal.
Whoopi Goldberg isn't the only one sparking controversy. Her fiery clashes with guests have made history. One of the most explosive moments came in 2012 when conservative commentator and Coulter appeared on Asterisk the View Asterisk to promote her book, accusing liberal politicians of exploiting racial issues. The tension hit its peak when Coulter boldly claimed that liberals don't truly care about black people, igniting a heated debate.
About race.
Her co-host seemed taken aback.
No, it's not about
maybe
race.
ethnicity.
No, it's
Jews
about
a different race.
But it's not about race. It's not about race.
What is it about?
Because it's about man's inhumanity to man.
She also characterized the slaughter of 6 million Jews like this.
This is white people doing it to white people.
Yeah.
The response was swift, a blizzard of social media posts telling her, yes, it was about race, and headlines like this. Whoopi was already scheduled to appear on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert to promote her role on the new season of Star Trek, so she seized the opportunity and explained what she meant.
Would you care to follow up? Clarify what you said this morning?
Most of the Nazis were white people, and most of the people they were attacking were white people. So to me, I'm thinking, how can you say it's about race if you are fighting each other?
You know, in the Jewish faith, Don, we have a concept called shuvah. And shuvah means redemption. It means all of us have the power to admit when we do wrong and to commit to doing.
The set erupted into chaos. Whoopi and her co-hosts had heard enough, and the debate spiraled out of control. The exchange grew so heated that Whoopi's response had to be bleeped out for TV audiences. Both she and Sherry Shepherd were visibly outraged by and Coulter's bold claims, refusing to let them slide. As tensions escalated, Whoopi's reaction became so intense that the network had to edit it before airing. That moment cemented Whoopi's reputation as a fearless fighter, unafraid to challenge anyone, even if it turned a discussion into an all-out clash. Love her or hate her, she never backs down. But if you thought that was intense, 2022 brought an even bigger firestorm. Whoopi found herself at the center of controversy yet again after making shocking remarks about the Holocaust, downplaying its racial element. The backlash was swift and widespread, with critics from all political sides condemning her words. ABC wasted no time, suspending her for 2 weeks. Though she later apologized, the damage was done, adding yet another controversy to Asterisk the View Asterisk's long and turbulent history.
the age, it's the historic unpopularity. He's on par with Jimmy Carter, who was a one-term president.
and yet he's revered now. He's the GOAT. So he's the GOAT before he leaves.
But if I may just press on this, because we had Rachel Maddow on the show, who I think we all respect regardless of our political stripes, and she said Donald Trump could absolutely be reelected.
Yes.
We all agree that he's an existential threat to the republic. I'm dying to understand how Democrats, despite polling that has bared this out,
because people are like me and don't believe the polls.
But even without the polling, so take the polling aside, you really think that the oldest man in history is the oldest presidential candidate in history is the best
Careful what you say, because there are a lot of people.
You really do. You don't think there's anyone who could perform better?
I think this country has a moral compass, and they look at a twice impeached, disgraced, 4 times indicted criminal, and I think they say that guy may be old, but that guy's a criminal.
Whoopi Goldberg's fiery clashes aren't just with guests. She's also had intense disagreements with her co-hosts. One of the most explosive moments came in 2019 during a heated exchange with Meghan McCain, daughter of the late Senator John McCain. Frustrated with her role as the lone Republican on *The View*, McCain found herself in a tense debate over Donald Trump when Whoopi cut her off with the now viral line, "Girl, please stop talking." The internet erupted. Some saw it as Whoopi crossing the line, while others believed she was simply keeping order. Either way, it marked a major turning point in the show's dynamics.
Was John. Your dad, you may remember when you were a little kid, your dad took care of my bull. Your dad, when he was a mill aide, worked with me, became friends with Bo. And Bo talked about your dad's courage, not about illness, but about his courage. And look, there's a lot of things happening. Any of you have somebody who is diagnosed with glioblastoma, which is about as bad as it.
Whoopi didn't seem bothered, but Meghan McCain eventually left *The View*, calling it a toxic workplace. Let's be real, she had made headlines before, and this was unlikely to be the last time. In 2009, reality star Kate Gosselin appeared on the show amid her highly publicized and messy divorce. What started as a routine interview quickly felt more like a courtroom showdown. But you know what? That was just the beginning.
Well, you don't know what John likes and what he doesn't like.
I don't know what John likes, but I'm going,
And I'm saying that his attitude could be the same on something that you feel is perfectly normal.
And I think that's one of the hardest things, Whoopi. I think one of the hardest things is deciding what my motherly heart is saying, but seeing us now as two different entities, that what I am doing, he can give right back.
You know,
it's very difficult
I've
because
just
my
been
focus
asked
is the kids.
to clear this up. He denies sleeping with the babysitter. So he's saying he did not have a physical relationship. I just have to clear it up. I just got it from
I'm not.
Whoopi Goldberg didn't hold back. She went straight for Kate Gosselin, accusing her of violating her custody agreement and even warning she could be arrested. Stunned, Gosselin tried to defend herself, but Whoopi wasn't letting up, firing one tough question after another. That's the thing about Whoopi. She doesn't sugarcoat anything, but her blunt approach has also landed her in plenty of controversy. It's not just about age, it's the weight of history. In many ways, she mirrors former President Jimmy Carter, a figure both revered and criticized.
The age, it's the historic unpopularity. He's on par with Jimmy Carter, who was a one-term president.
and yet he's revered now. He's the GOAT. So he's the GOAT before he leaves.
But if I may just press on this, because we had Rachel Maddow on the show, who I think we all respect regardless of our political stripes, and she said Donald Trump could absolutely be reelected.
Yes.
We all agree that he's an existential threat to the republic, so I'm dying to understand how Democrats, despite polling that has bared this out,
because people are like me, don't believe the polls.
But even without the polling, so take the polling aside, you really think that the oldest man in history is, the oldest presidential candidate in history is the best
Careful what you say, because there are a lot of people.
You really do. You don't think there's anyone who could perform better?
I think this country has a moral compass, and they look at a twice impeached, disgraced, 4 times indicted criminal, and I think they say that guy may be old, but that guy's a criminal.
In a 2015 discussion on names and job discrimination, co-host Raven-Symoné sparked outrage with a joke about not hiring someone named Watermelon Dre. The backlash was immediate. But instead of addressing the issue, Whoopi seemed to brush it off, only fueling the controversy. The bigger question remains, how do we truly eliminate racism?
Will expose the fake news when they are fake. We will hold them accountable for their lies and smears of President Trump. I can also assure the American people that they are going to be hearing directly from the leader of the free world. And the press likes to hear that too. That's something that has not happened over the past 4 years.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
This is why, of course, she's on The View and not working for the most powerful man in the world, because Caroline would wipe the floor with you bitter banshees any day.
Joe Biden knows how to do this.
Yes.
He knows how to do this. He's quite good at this. And you know, you can't refute anything with him because he just, when I say him, I mean...
He rambles.
Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
But can I mention one thing?
How much longer can Whoopi avoid the consequences? Is she *The View*'s biggest strength or its greatest downfall? Will the next controversy be the one that takes her down? From defending divisive remarks to clashing with co-hosts and grilling guests like a prosecutor, Whoopi has become the face of the show's most explosive moments. One day, she's the voice of reason. The next, she's making headlines for all the wrong reasons.
working royal, Meghan Markle is rebranding herself on the new Netflix lifestyle show with Love Meghan, which has a lot of haters trolling her online. Yeah. See what you think. Watch.
We're not in the pursuit of perfection. Woke us all up. We're in the pursuit of joy. Love is in the details.
I have to do it totally wrong
to get it totally right.
Okay, she's getting a lot of flack. People are saying it looks boring, that she's unrelatable, and that it feels contrived. Of course, these are the haters.
They
too.
just want to hate on her.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I'm watching every single episode. I loved the trailer. I loved the promo. When Martha Stewart first started doing this, no one was saying all these things. This has more to do with the fact that people want to hate on Meghan Markle.
Amid the web of lawsuits, one name stood out: Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. For years, Whoopi Goldberg and her co-hosts relentlessly scrutinized Meghan's royal exit, mental health struggles, and personal life. A controversial book painted her as someone who never truly fit in with the royal family, fueling accusations that she exaggerated her hardships for sympathy. Critics questioned her sincerity, even suggesting she made it all up. But this time, Meghan refused to stay silent. After years in the media spotlight, she was ready to fight back.
Hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore.
They agree with you.
She doesn't want to be the first lady. She destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want to have anything to do with him. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
Allegedly.
And she does.
Now, how do you know all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know all this.
Allegedly. That's why I say allegedly.
Determined to defend her name and everything she had built, Meghan Markle took legal action against *The View star. She accused the show of spreading false claims that tarnished her global reputation. Her legal team argued that the reckless commentary didn't just damage her public image, it took a real toll on her mental health and humanitarian efforts. Meghan had worked hard to establish herself as a philanthropist and advocate. But instead of being seen as a woman navigating royal life, she was now labeled an opportunist. And she wasn't alone. Other public figures were also pushing back against Whoopi Goldberg's unfiltered, no-holds-barred approach. This lawsuit wasn't just about Meghan. It was a warning. Even the most famous people have limits when it comes to being dragged through the mud. Is this Meghan's stand for justice, or just a fight to protect her image? And will others follow her lead? The lawsuit that changed everything. Whoopi Goldberg has always been known for speaking her mind. It's what made her one of *The View's most outspoken hosts, but it's also what's landed her in trouble time and time again. For years, her fiery opinions and bold takes have fueled debates and made headlines. Some see her as a fearless truth-teller, while others believe she's crossed the line more times than they can count. But what happens when controversy turns into real consequences?
Because if I'm sitting here telling my listeners that, you have somebody out there who is a threat to democracy, you have somebody out there who said they want to, suspend the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. You saw this person, try to lead an attempted coup of this country, and I'm telling people that this guy is a threat to democracy. Have you ever read Project 25? Mm-hmm. There's only 2 candidates out there. So if I'm saying that about this individual, the choice is clear, right? Why do y'all need us to say this if we don't feel comfortable saying it?
No, getting facts out through the media seems to be very difficult.
I feel like I just spewed some facts.
Yeah.
Yes, but we need you to do it on your show.
Well, the reality is I think both candidates are trash. If I think both candidates are trash and I don't feel like, endorsing one, would you rather me endorse an individual or endorse the fact that, hey, we need to go out here and protect?
Whoopi Goldberg has never shied away from criticism, openly taking shots at high-profile figures like Elon Musk, the Trump family, and more. Her remarks have always been sharp. But not everyone was willing to stay silent. One of her biggest targets, tech billionaire Elon Musk, wasn't about to let it slide. Known for his outspoken nature, he decided to take matters into his own hands, and this time, his response was anything but subtle. Elon Musk has left his mark on nearly every major innovation: SpaceX, Tesla, SolarCity, and even solar-powered home energy. Seen as a tech genius and risk-taker, he built an empire on disruption. But when *The View* began questioning his business ethics and motives, things took a sharp turn. Musk isn't one to let accusations slide, especially when his reputation is at stake. Whoopi Goldberg's remarks, suggesting his tech empire was built on hidden agendas, lit the fuse for a legal showdown. Unlike past controversies that faded, this one had real consequences. Never shy about taking legal action, Musk wasted no time. He hit Goldberg and The View with a defamation lawsuit that sent shockwaves through the media industry. But this wasn't just about his name. It was about setting a precedent. Could celebrities and media figures finally be held accountable for unchecked commentary? As the legal battle heats up, Goldberg's future, and the fate of The View hangs in the balance. A show built on controversy now faces its biggest scandal yet. This case could redefine how far talk shows can go before crossing the legal line. And for Whoopi, the very voice that made her a household name could now be the one that silences her. One thing is certain, everyone will be watching. 4 years. The View has been drowning in lawsuits, 30 to be exact. And if Donald Trump's legal battle wasn't enough, this time, some of the most powerful figures in the country, including Trump himself, were ready to fight back. Whoopi Goldberg and her co-host had made claims that sparked outrage, but now the backlash was stronger than ever. Interestingly, an old video resurfacing online shows a different side, Trump laughing and joking with the hosts, even sharing light-hearted moments with Goldberg. The rivalry that followed would be a far cry from those once friendly interactions. Here's a more concise and engaging version of your text ***, The View's biggest battle yet. Is this the end? For years, The View thrived on controversy, but now, the backlash is bigger than ever. With 30 lawsuits piling up, even Hollywood elites and billionaires are turning against them. Whoopi Goldberg, once just a strong voice, became one of Trump's fiercest critics, accusing him of corruption and conspiracy. At first, Trump ignored it. But when the attacks didn't stop, he fought back, this time in court. Unlike past feuds, this wasn't just a war of words. It was a legal showdown that could change everything, and Trump wasn't alone. Celebrities like Chris Pratt, Taylor Swift, and Mark Cuban joined the fight, suing the show for reckless accusations. Even Oprah, once an ally, distanced herself after The View dismissed her philanthropy as an act. With advertisers pulling out and ratings plummeting, the once unstoppable talk show was on the brink of collapse. Was this Trump's chance to shut it down for good? Or could The View survive its biggest scandal yet? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates.